Welcome back, Melissa Churchill, certified travel counselor. We're wrapping up our 4-week interviews, special interviews as part of the Denim sessions. And our final episode today, we're going to be, moving forward, talking about seizing the new day, the new normal, talking about the future of travel, what that might look like. We have no idea, but thank you for joining us for these 4 weeks. Welcome back.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure. I've had so much fun. Always love chatting with you, but these weeks have been great. So I'm super happy to be here.
It's given me a new purpose, really, to get my stuff together and to work with you on this. And CAA, your team has been phenomenal. And I want to give a big shout out to Gary and the CAA team, and also Sarah Jamer at the Syrup Factory on my side for helping us launch these sessions and promote them to our audiences. What fun it's been.
It really has. I know.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Yeah.
Who
Who
would have
knew?
thought, right?
So
I guess we kind of did,
we
but
kind of did. We
anyway.
sort of thought
Yeah,
this
we
might be
kind of did.
fun, but we had no idea even if we were capable of doing it. But I think it's fun
Right.
sometimes to try. That's what my life's been about. I have no idea how to do this. Let's give it a shot and see if we
Yep,
fail and learn from it.
exactly.
So, okay, right now we're not really sure what the world's going to look like in another month. Tell us, in your opinion, should people start booking their vacation plans?
Here's my crystal ball. No.
Yeah. Oh, we should have got a crystal ball.
We should have
We
had a
need it.
crystal
We need a
ball.
production budget for
Oh.
our next string of interviews in 2021. I've got it written
I'll
down.
see what CAA. I'll see
Yeah.
if we can pull we'll pull out some money from petty cash to buy
Yeah.
a crystal ball.
Also,
Yeah.
if we could shoot the next series from like Disney World, or that would
Yeah,
be,
yeah,
or a
that would
river
be great.
cruise. I think a river
Yeah,
cruise is what's been
I
on
think
my,
Europe. I
yeah.
think let's go to Europe
Well,
or Asia. Yeah,
that would be make sense because that's predominantly where I tour. So
exactly.
let's make that
Who,
happen, shall we?
right? Exactly. What a
Uh,
coincidence.
so okay, yeah, seriously though, like
So,
what I mean, we talked in previous interviews with you about you know, trying to book local, explore
mhm,
your province or county, community, country. But some
mhm,
people might be getting the itch to start going to some hot places or some exotic
mhm,
places.
mhm.
What do you predict you'll be telling people?
What the key messaging will be is, and part of what, like you said, we've had to learn, we've had to adapt, we've had to move with the new way of life
Mm-hmm.
in a very short period of time. And I think being adaptable to change is key right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I find what I think I see myself doing and what I'm getting ready to help with a lot is honestly is education,
Mm-hmm.
with the sense of, you know, when we move into winter, what will that mean if people will want to be going to the Caribbean countries and whatnot? Because they can. There's things that I think are a little bit misconstrued in that, you know, when we talk about the border being closed and whatnot. Well, technically, it is in the sense that there's travel not recommended to leave Canada right now. But that being said, there will be folks that will, you know, want to go. So
Yeah.
I think, you know, what we could see happening is we could see possibly certain countries having certain requirements to get in. So
Mm-hmm.
what I'm hopeful for is that perhaps they can sort of do a widespread thing for people for people who would want to travel. They can
Yes.
ease up some of the restrictions. So if there could be COVID testing available across the board for people, even if they don't have symptoms,
Yeah.
if they are wanting to travel, you know, to have something quick and able to be done to make sure that people are healthy and okay to go. And then the
Quick
countries won't have a
results.
problem. Yeah, quick
Quicker.
results,
Yeah.
you
That's a
know, and
fun.
so that then people, yes, it would make things a lot easier and more open and
Mm,
flexible for people to be actually able to go easily internationally. And then
yeah.
and then at the other side of it, those countries would be able to welcome those people in. So, I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful
Yeah.
that we'll see some loosening of restrictions or have things make a little more sense
Hmm.
for ease of travel. And people are, you have folks that will I think wait until there are clear set guidelines about when it is fit to travel again. But
Hmm.
folks are thinking ahead already to 2021 and 2022. Companies are getting even more geared up with these measures, but already even the airlines have been, so diligent with
Hmm.
cleaning measures and with
Yeah.
hygiene and with what they're doing on board. I feel it's interesting to put this forth because oftentimes the way in which we're presented information from media is it's put together in a certain way that it could be, taken in a negative tone or negative
Hmm.
context. But when we're told about cases that have airline travel where there are people that have cases of COVID that are coming into certain provinces, or like such and such flight came to Halifax from Toronto and there were two people with COVID on board, they found out after the fact.
Hmm.
What's never mentioned is the fact that there hasn't been any spread aboard those
Oh,
aircraft
that's
to
very
other
interesting.
passengers,
Okay. Yeah.
so in my mind, I mean, as long as the measures are taken to travel safely, the washing sanitizer, wearing masks, I mean,
Yep.
everybody's doing, as long as everybody's doing their part,
Yeah.
then I feel that I feel it will be safe to travel.
Yeah.
So right
Yeah.
now there's still fear that's presented that is possibly not all entirely true or
Hmm.
truthful. They're not giving all the facts, but
Hopefully we get to
loosened a
the
bit.
point where we have a set of, we know these things work.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
we
exactly.
kind of, instead of it just being all of these, we're not sure if any of these things are accurate or not. But now, since we've had enough time with this and science has helped us prove these things
Yeah.
work, but obviously they won't if people aren't abiding by the regulations. Um,
Right.
so we'll know more over time. We have to find a way to go
Yeah.
on and continue. And I mean,
Yes.
the
Exactly.
economy needs to continue. We need to get back to
Exactly.
performing shows, but we also want to
Exactly.
keep everybody, safe. This is a bit of a, this is week four. It's turning into really like a recap of the highlights of what we've
Mm. Hmm.
discussed, in terms of travel and the importance of having a travel agent. Um, let's go over why it's awesome and how you can't go wrong. Well, why do you think it's
It's a
important to have a travel agent? I mean, why? Why bother?
why? Why bother?
I'm
I
not
know
really
everything is.
not helping your case here. What's the point?
I was gonna say,
Who
I like a
cares?
good challenge. I
Ugh.
know you're putting me up to a good challenge, but I can handle a good challenge. Yeah, but it's a really good question, and I hear it. I hear it even still to this day. When everything
Because
is at your fingertips,
I keep reminding
why
you. Yeah.
would right?
Every
Exactly. You
day I
keep beating
email
me
you.
down.
Why
Like
are you
what?
still,
Like what is the value? Like why? Like
how are you
why?
still working?
What
What?
yeah, like what value do you bring to this world, Melissa? Like
Yeah.
really, exactly.
I'm
I'm gonna go home and cry, but it's okay, Christina. It's all right. Yeah, no, it's I know how good I know the
You do know,
value of a
yes,
travel
you know how
advisor. I
good you
do,
are.
so I can answer this. um, no, we love what we do, but we put a lot of work and research and time into making travel arrangements and finding the best possible situations and scenarios and whatever people are
Yeah.
looking for, we're there to help them and assist. And no, there's been no better time, I think, than the pandemic to really
Hmm.
highlight the true importance of an advisor. I had
Hmm.
phone calls happening from all over the world, people stranded, people wanting to get back and couldn't, or the borders were shutting down.
Yeah.
What to do? Like truly, without knowing how to get from A to B, or to
Not, yeah, not
what to
having
do.
time to even hang on the phone for 4 or more hours with,
Yeah,
airlines, and
exactly.
you can do all that. You can take care of that while
Yeah,
people continue to stress about other things on their trip
yeah.
interruptions and cancellations.
We're
Yeah,
here. Yeah,
you're booking my
we're here to make
flights.
everyone's lives
What
really
else?
well. I'm prepared for that. I'm
What else can
ready.
you book? Like, are
I'll
you
handle
booking
whatever.
hotels? You
I know.
booking, give
Yeah,
me some other
hotels. I can do your
ideas.
car. You guys
Yeah. Oh,
you do
yeah.
your like car rentals,
Yeah.
train,
You're
all of it.
yeah. Looking for
We do it
cars
all.
with
So
specifically because sometimes you get rent a car and you show up and then there's an
Hmm.
added $1,000 charge. So making sure
Exactly. Yeah.
that you have,
Deductibles, the
yeah,
whole bit. We know it. We know about all the ins and outs of all of it. And like
yeah,
I mentioned in one of the earlier videos in I believe the first video, there is no it doesn't cost people anymore to use a
the travel
professional, a
agent.
travel
No.
advisor. So
And you get a
really,
cut. We're
I
helping you.
don't.
You get a cut from, that's how you make part of your living, like the companies, right?
Yeah.
And as you should. I mean,
Yeah.
people often think when they're, this is, I
Yeah.
think, one of the things about consumers. I understand everybody wants to
Mm,
save money and we're all struggling in that
mm,
regard, but um, oftentimes you want, if you, sometimes it's better to pay a little bit more, or not even just a little bit more, pay what you would have paid and have part of that money go to a company, a consultant that's earning their living and have the peace of mind. I think it's,
yeah.
so it sort
Yeah.
of ties into that whole becoming more conscientious, a conscientious consumer of travel, let's say.
Right.
Um,
Hmm.
so yeah, I'm on board. I'm on board to make,
Yeah. There would be people watching from overseas as well, but
yeah,
within Canada, I have clients from everywhere across the country. It doesn't mean that people have to live locally. I do a
yeah.
ton of business by email and over the phone, and I have clients that I've helped all the way from BC to through Newfoundland. So we help out folks, in anywhere in Canada. So we're always happy to help. But yeah, no,
This is
it's a
fantastic.
good thing.
I'm
It's a
gonna,
good thing to use
I'm
an advisor.
definitely letting all my patrons on Patreon know about you, and all my UK, Europe followers. I think they should call you when they want to come travel to
Yeah, when they come here,
Atlantic
exactly.
Canada, cross
For
Canada,
sure. Right. I have booked international folks as well too. There
so they
are
can do
certain
that.
things that we can
Okay,
do. It's just that it's in Canadian dollars. So what is if they're okay with that,
that's
then
that's isn't that
that's
great? That's
fine.
better. That's
Oftentimes better,
better. I think that's
better for them.
better.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
exchange rate is in, it's in
Yeah,
their favor. And
yeah,
you get to talk to
exactly.
Melissa. Like you get to have, even more of a Canadian experience. I think we're going to play one more game, okay? Common airline jargon. Are you ready for this?
Airline jargon. Okay,
Yeah, I'm going to
I'm
ask you
ready.
I'm just going to ask you to define these,
Okay,
okay?
I'm so stressed again. Okay, yeah, do it.
It's good to put pressure on yourself, for me to put
It
pressure on
is.
you. I mean, nobody
Yeah.
grows without a challenge, really.
We need challenges. Honestly, we do.
Yeah.
We challenge is key. It is. It's important.
I have
All
no
right,
idea when
let's
you
do
would
this.
use this airline jargon, if you have had situations where you might have heard them, and that's okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. What does RON represent when it comes to airline jargon? RON, remain overnight.
Remain overnight.
And you see
Does
that
that mean
RON. Yeah.
RON? When when the aircraft is remaining in one place overnight?
Yeah, you just like said exactly what I pulled off the internet. Can also refer to the
Okay.
crew overnight or layover. So I guess like the crew could be
Yeah.
like,
Okay.
"Hey, I've got an RON in Chicago
Yeah.
next
Right.
weekend. You want to go for a brewski or something like that?" Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
That is. I think that's how all pilots talk. Yeah. I think you hit it on the
yeah.
head. Yeah.
See, you're good at this. There's no need to
Mm.
be nervous. What does it mean when somebody's referred to as a gate hoarder?
As a gate hoarder.
Mm, uh-huh.
Oh my.
I I am a gate hoarder. I've come to realize I'm
Are
so
you are
Mhm.
these the people that are these the folks that are um line like ready to go, like they're hovering around the gate?
Yes,
they're
that's me.
not like they're not like seated down properly like a responsible adult waiting
It's
their turn?
Yeah, that's
Or
me.
really?
Oh,
Okay.
Dale is so embarrassed by me. I'm not gonna do this anymore, but yeah, so basically when the announcement for pre-boarding and first class begin, they crowd the boarding door and are a hindrance to the
Yeah.
proper order of the
Okay.
complaining passengers. Gate hoarding is a serious faux pas, and uh, thoughtful, experienced travelers, like you, Melissa, often hold these passengers in contempt. So I'm so embarrassed but I guess I have a lot of people that hold me in contempt. I'm usually holding a guitar, so it's not hard to find me. And I'm
Right.
always panicked that I'm not gonna there's not
Well, the
gonna be room for
guitar, yeah,
my guitar on the plane, or it's
exactly.
gonna be
Yeah,
too late. It's just this weird anxiety. I'm from nightmares of my fellow musicians who have either had guitars broken or lost, and
exactly.
so we always try to get them on the actual plane, and if not,
Playing
gate
with you.
checked.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah, I'm just realizing I'm
That's
probably
you bring up an interesting question actually, because you're right. When you're traveling with special equipment, that's a whole other kettle of fish. So, have you what's the experience like
Mhm.
carrying your guitar on board versus gate check? So
It
you
yeah.
will get it up, and it fits up into overhead space.
It depends on the size of the plane, and
Right.
or if they
Yeah.
have a closet available, whether the flight is
Right.
packed or not.
Mm.
And it really it depends on from plane to plane, from airline to airline. Usually, honestly,
Yeah.
I'm usually flying Iceland Air, Air Canada, or Lufthansa, and they've all
Mm.
been really wonderful. And I think,
Mm-hmm.
my friend Dave Carroll, United Breaks
Mm-hmm.
Guitars, since that
Yeah.
very popular
Yeah.
song and video and his, unfortunately at the time, negative experience, I think
Mm-hmm.
airlines have rewritten their policies regarding instruments and been much more mindful
Mm-hmm.
and understanding. Also, there's like legitimate fans of artists that see us with the guitars working for the airlines, and
Mm.
they really want us to get our instruments. Like they've said, I know this is an expensive item, it's irreplaceable, it's your livelihood, so we want to help you in that. I feel like that's the feeling I get for the most part. And very
Perfect.
grateful
That's
for
good.
that. And if it has to be
That's
gate
good.
checked, at least know it's like going from somebody's hand. And I'm always
Yeah.
like, okay, take care of my
On board.
baby. And there, sometimes I worry about when it does get gate checked. Like sometimes, depending on where your flight lands, um,
Mm-hmm.
the getting from the plane, it doesn't always come right up to the gate. It will go
Right.
into maybe an elevator. Sometimes they accidentally, if you
Yeah.
aren't specific and tell them to get it to you at the gate, they might send it to
Yeah.
baggage, and that might be.
Yeah.
See, I'm just really mindful
Yeah.
about it, and anyway, when it stresses me out, I feel
You
stressed
know,
now. Thanks, Melissa.
well, honestly, yeah, no problem. But you know what? Honestly, though, when you were saying this, all of these reasons make you a completely valid gate hoarder. That's
Well,
actually
thank you.
like
That
that's
was,
after
yeah.
that, that's a given.
I think
You
so
you
too.
you should actually you should be able to wear a badge that says
Gate
gate
hoarder.
hoarding allowed, because
Yeah,
you that's
gate hoarding.
really I would be a gate hoarder too.
Oh, should I get a
Yeah.
T-shirt made? Gate hoarder.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
I think I
Gate
might.
hoarder. Yeah. You should.
All right, you ready for another common airline jargon? What is?
I sure am.
Do you know what code share means?
I do.
Ho
Code
ho ho
share.
ho. Ho ho
Code
ho.
share is when you is when you have two airlines that under an alliance, let's say,
Mm-hmm.
and you may be, if you're booking a ticket on, I'm going to give a very long, probably not long, I'm going to try to not make this long, but
Ugh,
it's probably
Melissa.
going to be long. I know your
I'm
definition is
gonna
probably
cut.
a little bit
I'm
shorter.
gonna cut you off now.
Cut me off.
Oh,
Two
go ahead.
airlines under an umbrella, or
Mm-hmm.
a partnership
Yep.
of airlines, and it's ticketed on one, but you may be flown on the other airline. Let's say, for example, Air Canada and Lufthansa are partners under the Star Alliance.
Yep.
You may be ticketed on Lufthansa, but it's operated by Air Canada.
Yep.
You're flying on the other
That's
airline.
oftentimes what happens for my flights too.
Yeah,
Yep. Love it.
absolutely.
Love these
Yeah,
powerful partnerships. Do you know what a
yeah.
ferry flight is?
A ferry flight, is that just taking the aircraft to a location for it to it's just getting the plane to a destination, not necessarily people?
That's right. It's a flight without passengers
Really?
for the purpose of
Oh my
flying a
God.
broken but airworthy plane to a maintenance base. Yeah,
Wow.
so no
Okay.
passengers. The expression timing out, do you know what that means?
Timing out?
Yeah.
Timing out. Hmm.
Gonna take a time out.
That one's got me a little stumped. Timing out.
Well, I'll just
No,
tell
I
you.
think you're going to have to fill me in.
I'll
Just tell
tell
me.
you. It's a result of
Okay.
crews reaching the FAA maximum permissible
Oh,
duty time for
yes.
the
Oh my
day.
God.
Reaching
Yes.
maximum times
Yes.
are the result of unforeseen circumstances such as inclement weather delays. The Federal Aviation Administration sets the maximum and takes violations very seriously, which is good. That's good to know. So
Yes.
it's good that
Yes.
crews take timeouts if they've gone over the hours that they've been working. And
Definitely.
do you know what a deadhead is?
Is that similar to a no-show? I'm thinking like somebody who doesn't show up for their flight.
No,
No.
it's actually a pilot or a flight attendant who's traveling in a passenger seat and on company aircraft
Oh,
to a work
mm.
assignment. They call them deadheads.
It could be confusing because they think that they're just a really big Grateful Dead fan. Isn't that
Yeah,
what they
a
call
dead.
Grateful Dead
Yeah, that
fans
is what
too?
the great. Yes.
Deadhead.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what my answer should have been.
It could be a.
Actually, I should have said, yeah, it's actually a Grateful Dead fan.
Okay, last one, and then that's a
Thank
wrap.
God. I mean,
I know.
what? Sorry.
I know. I got other stuff to do.
Okay.
Um, do, do you know what a slam clicker is? Do you heard
A
that before?
slam clicker?
Slam clicker. Mm.
SLAM.
It's
Slam
not
clicker.
it's not I don't think it's a positive thing in
Is it something to do with baggage?
no.
No.
It's
I am
you're not going to
stumped.
get this. No. It's a crew member that
Oh.
spends zero time with their coworkers on layovers. So when they arrive at the hotel, the
Oh.
door is promptly slammed and the deadbolt is secured, giving people, coworkers the sense of I don't want to spend any time with you.
You know what? I would be a sometime slam clicker.
Sometimes,
Definitely.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Yes. Yeah. We need our own.
Uh,
We need our own alone time, right? Like I cherish alone
yeah.
time.
Yeah, me too. Me
So
too.
right,
We're
you
kind
would
of
slam. You would slam click too. I
oh
think I see you slam
yeah,
clicking
Dale and I are
a
slam
little bit.
clickers after the show. Like we
Yeah.
we don't want to.
Yeah. You're
Yeah,
like you ghost. You just
yeah,
ghost. No, I ghost too.
yeah,
Because yeah, I sometimes it just depends on the mood a bit. But no,
yeah.
well, it's stuff is tired. It's like after working anything, even at work, I just go home and
You don't go
I
down
don't
to
know.
for happy hour every night at the CAA crew.
No,
Gary's
I'm
not
too old for
having a
that.
party at his house tonight.
No.
We
We're
should have
all
a
upstanding, professional
what? We should have a wrap
people.
party for this.
Exactly.
Bunch of slam
Yeah.
clickers.
Yeah.
Well, from
Bunch of
one
slam
slam
clickers.
kicker to another, it's been a real privilege and a pleasure to talk with you over the last 4 weeks, Melissa Churchill, certified travel counselor. Thank you so much. And don't forget to watch the Denim Sessions this Wednesday, 4 p.m. Atlantic time. We have one more fun CAA prize pack to give away, and I'm throwing in a signed CD of your choice for the winner. So that's exciting, and thank you so much again. This was fun.
Thank you, Christina. This was so much fun. I had a blast. You're an awesome human as always. I think we killed it. And
Yeah.
I hope everybody enjoyed these last few
Woo!
weeks. Thank you all for watching and for listening. So, yes, keep supporting artists, keep supporting travel. I'm here to help for anything you need.
Ask
Let me
Melissa.
know.
Call CAA.
Exactly.
All
There we
right.
be. So, thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.